This is all dry. Wow, that's completely not good. And hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. But on today's video I'm gonna be working on this Nissan Frontier, which develop bad hops. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try to record a short video. Hopefully the camera can catch that sound, the humming noise, how much humming noise it makes. And I'm pretty sure it's a driver's side wheel hop. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but it sounds pretty bad. I'm pretty sure it's a bad hop. I'm gonna try to add a video when you drive, what kind of noise it makes, but even if you spin the tire, you can hear some grinding noise over there, like humming, grinding, and it's not just the brake pads making the contact over here. It's something behind as well. Like for example, when this tire spins, it just makes a slight brake contact noise, but it doesn't have that other sound. So my friend got new hops, so I'm gonna try and swap both of them. So let's see how that's gonna come out. So I have a truck lifted, I have it supported on a jack stands. So first gonna remove the tire. And let's set it on the side. Now we're gonna have to remove the calipers and put it on the side. That way I have a bucket. You can always use a hook and attach it somewhere over here on the frame. That works fine as well. So now with a 19mm socket, let's try to break this loose. And now I'm just gonna slide everything out and let's put it on the side. There we go. Now let's take this cutter pin out and we're gonna remove this locking nut. Unbend this back, straighten it out, and let's pull it out. There we go. And this locking pin is no good anymore. First of all, it was not the right size, so this is gonna go to the garbage. I'm gonna use a new one. Now let's break loose and remove this locking nut. Right, so now we have 4 bolts in the back, which 2 on the top over here, 2 on the bottom over there. Let's break those loose and remove that. Also, we gotta disconnect this ABS sensor. Sometimes it can be a pain in the pain, but we gotta push this in and slide this apart. So you can do it with the channel locks, or if you have a right tool for that, you can do it with the right tool. All right, and this out has a lot of dirt inside. Great. So let's remove this sensor. There we go. So now to get to those bolts easier, I'm gonna turn the steering wheel and we can break those loose. So now with the swivel, I'm gonna try to remove it. I may have to disassemble this so I can remove the CV axle. That way it's probably gonna be easier to get to the bolts. That's probably the easiest, best way to do it, but I'm gonna try it like that first. Okay, one bolt is out. Second bolt is out. Third bolt is out, and then we have the last one on the bottom, so I'm gonna spin this around again so I can get it from this side. There it is, the last bolt. Should be able to get it, no problem, hopefully. That's it, and it's out. So now I'm gonna take a hammer and a pry tool or something and we can start hammering this out. That's exactly how I remove it when I did it on my truck. And as you can see, it's already started to separate, so that's pretty good. Now from this side over here, put this extension and let's hammer that. So now I'm gonna take some time and hammer this out. And that's it guys, and it's out. This is all dry. Wow. I'm gonna try to clean all of this up, grease this, and yeah, this hub. Just listen to that, guys. That's completely no good. That's completely no good. Brand new hub, and as you guys can hear, it doesn't have any sound at all. So now I'm gonna clean all of this up and let's start assembling the new hub. Alright, and before installing, I put some grease on the side over here just so it makes it easier to slide in. And as we put it in, just important thing is to go crisscross carefully, one very slow at the time, so it pushes the hub in perfect. Okay, and now let's start tightening it up. It's in place, the bolts are snug, so now I'm gonna torque them to spec. Always double check what's your specification for your car. For this model, I believe it's a 45 foot-pound of torque, but I'm probably gonna give it a little more just to be on the safe side. Then we're gonna torque this to 150 foot-pound of torque. We're gonna put our brakes back. We're gonna torque that to 100 foot-pound of torque. Gonna reconnect the sensor and put the tire back, and then gonna do exactly the same on the other side. The calipers back in place, so now we're gonna tighten up the axle nut. And now to torque it to spec, what you can do, you can put a screwdriver in here to jam this up, just like that. And now you can torque this to spec. This is gonna be 150 pound-foot of torque. There we go. Now I'm gonna put a new locking pin in here, and this side is done. Alright, so gonna use the new locking pin. This is much better than what it used to be here before. And now let's lock this in place. Just like that. Nice. Now this is not going anywhere. The pins are cheap, so don't cheap out on the parts, guys. Alright guys, this side is done, so now gonna repeat the same procedure on the passenger side. Very easy.
Moments later.
And there you go, guys, everything was replaced. I had some complications because of the seized bolts on the passenger side. I don't think the bolt was a right bolt for the upper control arm, and also the passenger side CV axle was shot. The boot was completely ripped. It was completely ripped. I'm gonna add a picture maybe later. So I had to go and get a new CV axle and replace it as well. But I drove it. It drives now good. I'm gonna attach another audio sample. And right now, there is no more sound, just the sound of the engine and exhaust. But there is no more humming sound. Alright. That you guys can hear it, that it sounds much better now. So on this note, hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.